Local farmers gathered this morning to receive valuable information that could help them and their future of their farms. The Mississippi Minority Farmers Alliance hosted a conference aimed to help the rural and small farming communities. Folks learned some vital financial information to help their farming businesses, and they learned of the various assistance programs available to farmers. The director of the Mississippi Minority Farmers Alliance, Carolyn Jones, says it's important to get the youth involved because they are the future. Okolona teacher Jacqueline Brown is also involved in the MMFA's youth internship program. Brown says they are helping young people develop skills not just in farming, but also in other ways that they can help empower their communities.
We formed this organization to provide ag education to our youth, and it has evolved now to New Beginning Farmers Zone. And if we can get those farmers involved and then the youth involved, then I think that our communities are going to be a lot better off.
The goals are to help them find their avenue of life towards career, help them to find their place in the community where they can have the greatest impact.
Several speakers from Alcorn State University, Mississippi State University, and Tuskegee University and other professionals shared their expertise. Coming up, our Avery Hilliard will have the latest on the Mississippi State versus Ole Miss basketball game coming up.
And cold weather is moving in this week, but what is also moving in? Winter precipitation. Now, won't be here, but it'll be close enough to where we will talk about it and discuss where it is happening coming up after the break.
About that. Oh, well, you know what? It is 78 in here.
Yeah, I brings it down here. It's 80 in the studio.
Gosh. What was that? I'm sorry. 11:13. Let's see. No, we're making 11:13. Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah. Yeah, I can. Yeah.
Tonight was a top 25 matchup in Starkville. The number 15 ranked Mississippi State men's basketball team took on number 21 ranked Ole Miss. This game made history, being that it was the first time these two teams have played one another ranked. WTVA's Avery Hilliard joins us live in Starkville with how this anticipated game went. Avery?
Yeah, Jake, right now I'm live outside of the hump, and let me tell you, this game was one for the books. A real nail biter, a real edge of your seat type of game. Now, Ole Miss, they started off a bit slow, but they ended up finding their rhythm. Now, that didn't translate over into overtime for them, but for the Bulldogs, they had that dog in them. Now, let's get to some highlights. First half, Bulldogs ball. Number 23, Matthew Nwoku with the ball. He will take it in, but he loses it just a little bit. He will regain it to make his layup with an and one. Let's go. Score 4-0. Bulldogs. Second half. Rebels ball. Number 14, Dre Davis will dribble to a spin move, but is stopped by a Bulldog defender. He will pass to number 11, Matthew Morrell, for the three. It's good. Score 39-38. Bulldogs still up. Bulldogs ball. Number 12, Josh Hubbard with the ball. He will then pass to number 22, RJ Melendez, who passes back to Hubbard, who will quickly give it to number 5, Sean Jones Jr. for a three. We got a celebration out of him. Score 60-53 Bulldogs. Rebs ball with seconds left on the clock. Number 3, Sean Padula taking it out, looking for who can give it to. He gives it to Morrell, and he's gonna pull up for the three. It's good. Score 74-74. Tie game. Rebs ball in OT. Padula on the takeout. He's gonna pass to number 4, Jamin Brakefield, who tries to shoot a three, and it is short at the buzzer. Bulldogs will win this game. Final score: Mississippi State 84, Ole Miss 81. Now, the Bulldogs did give the Rebels their first L in conference play. Now, the Bulldogs are now 15-3 overall, and they are 3-2 in conference. Now, for their next game, they will be playing another ranked opponent. They'll be playing the number 6 Tennessee Volunteers, but they'll be playing them next Tuesday, January 21st at the Rocky Top. Live in Starkville, Avery Hillier, WTVA 9 News.
President-elect Donald Trump is back in Washington getting ready for his inaugural address. Trump, his wife Melania, and son Barron left Mar-a-Lago earlier today and arrived in the D.C. area this evening on a special air mission plane at Dulles Airport. Trump will be sworn in as president on Monday, marking the beginning of his second term in office. The inauguration has been moved indoors to the Capitol Rotunda as the forecast calls for freezing temperatures. The high is expected to be around 20 degrees with a low of 6 degrees. We might be dealing with the cold here in Mississippi, but this state got hit with a whole lot more. We'll have the details coming up.
And getting a live look outside, much calmer forecast than what we were having 24 hours ago. How will that carry over into our Sunday? And honestly, what we're all asking is how will that carry over into next week? Tracking the latest on both of those forecasts coming up after the break.
Now, your WTVA Severe Weather Authority forecast with meteorologist Gabe Maynard.
Welcome back, everybody. And though it is blistering hot inside of this newsroom, I'm sweating. I can barely read the teleprompters. There's sweat getting in my eyes. It is cold outside. Stop looking at the weather. I mean, the water spot.
There's not a water spot there anymore.
Overwhelming me.
You're exactly right. It evaporated.
Well, you know, water wouldn't evaporate because it's not. Actually, I'm about to say something scientific, and I have no idea.
No, get your science brain out. I'm
I
curious.
was gonna say like, oh, it's cold outside, so the water's not gonna like evaporate as much.
Well, I mean, yeah, heat definitely evaporates it. Sunshine does evaporate it. You're right.
I'm good for something. So,
all right, then here, take my clicker. You're doing weather.
You know what? And that's okay. So, but it is cold outside, and
yeah.
What should we expect? I don't know.
It's going to be cold, not just heading into tomorrow, but honestly into the rest of next week. So, Jake, you're exactly right. But what I'm showing you guys right now is winter storm watches are in effect for areas just south of us. And just south is the key word because you see Attala, Winston, and Noxubee County just on the outskirts of that winter storm watch. Could we see a few flurries? Yes, but are we expected to get accumulation totals like what they'll get down in Jackson, Hattiesburg, even over there towards central Louisiana? No. Praise God, because we don't need that snowfall. We already got ours. We're all content. Let's just stay dry and stay clear from here on out. Our threat tracker, as we're talking about, again, just right on the outskirts of those counties. So should be a pleasant forecast if you can handle the cold. Storm Track Doppler radar does show that cloud cover and that moisture moving in, but luckily no precip associated with it. That frontal boundary is pushed through our area and is now in parts of central Alabama. Now back behind it, we're seeing a temperature drop. 51 in Birmingham, 40 in Tupelo, and only going down from there. So buckle up. We're going to be on the temperature roller coaster heading into the next couple of days. Low temperatures, this is what I wanted to show you guys because this is most extreme. Monday, we're talking about temperatures right around 15 degrees. Tuesday, 19. Wednesday, still in the teens. We're going to be cold for several days, and that's going to be dangerous for our pipes, our pets, or anything that's left outside. So make sure to take care of that before the cold weather gets here. Storm Tracker just shows those showers popping up overnight, but honestly, we're going to be dry for 90% of the area. Low temperatures for tomorrow morning, upper 20s, low 30s, with a few of us down there in Noxubee County sitting there in the mid 30s. So some places better than others, but nonetheless, it's going to be a cold start. And with wind chills factoring in, we're going to be sitting in the teens for some parts in regards to how it will feel, but for the rest of us, feeling like low to mid 20s. That wind not doing any favors for us. Storm Tracker into the rest of our morning shows possibly a few flurries moving in and out of the area. So if you're in any church services, look out the stained glass window. You might see a few flurries falling from the sky. By lunchtime, those flurries and those light showers clear on out, and we're going to be left with clear skies by the afternoon. Warms us up to an extent, low to mid 30s. So it's not warming us up too much, but hey, it's better than upper 20s, honestly. Into the evening, we will see those clouds and those showers move on out, and we're going to be left with clear skies late afternoon, early evening, and then into our work week as well. Something to look forward to in the extended forecast, because when you see temperatures, your frown is definitely going to show. At freezing for your Monday and Tuesday afternoon. We talked about teens for the lows already, so you've already had that shocker. But as we head into the rest of the week, those temperatures do start to trend in the warmer direction. We're talking about mid-20s, and yeah, I said warm and mid-20s. Doesn't really correlate, but in this forecast, it does. High temperatures into the 50s by Saturday, but aside from a possible flurry or two on Tuesday, we're seeing dry weather all throughout the next 7 days. So it's a great forecast to get outside. Just make sure to stay warm in the process.
And sticking with weather, a burst of weather hit Texas on Friday, but it wasn't the oncoming Arctic outbreak. It was a dangerous dust storm that swept through parts of Texas on Friday, where winds reached speeds of up to 60 miles per hour. Multiple parts of the states remain in a high wind warning. The heavy clouds of dust also caused a multi-car crash on the highway. It's not known the severity of the pileup or if any injuries were reported. Firefighters battling wildfires in California are receiving support from their communities, including free laundry services at the Ocean Park Laundromat in Santa Monica. Firefighters have been working long hours battling devastating fires in California. In an effort to give back, this laundromat was closed to the public for 7 hours on Friday and today to offer free laundry services. Hundreds of firefighters from various departments have already taken advantage of this offer, with more expected.
If they come off these hours, we still give them free wash if we're around, yes. Free wash, dry.
We appreciate everything that's being done for us. Everybody's been super, super nice, so it's been really great.
This initiative aims to alleviate some of the challenges firefighters face, such as managing laundry while away from home. A failed rocket blazing throughout the sky and confuses many people. We'll have that coming up right after this. Okay, well, we can do a final weather in there. I can't sit up straight for that long. So real, huh?
You feel better?
Yeah, I heard the air go back off though. Surreal, eye-popping sight captivated sky watchers. Surreal, eye-popping sight captivated sky watchers and flooded social media spaces after a series of glimmering, shimmering streaks were captured racing across the sky. But what exactly was this startling skyward spectacle? Folks who witnessed the phenomenon from places like Turks and Caicos didn't have immediate answers, but ventured guesses from scientific to apocalyptic. But one stunned sky gazer was right on the money. Indeed, the freaky, streaky sight was left of the rocket launch test from SpaceX. I'm going to be completely honest with you all. I don't write those. I get that straight from the internet, and I would never. It took a lot for me to get through that script of them. I was sitting there like leaned over, looking like this.
Yeah, we heard your giggle.
Streaky, freaky.
It's freaky, streaky. Streaky, freaky is a little freaky.
I don't know who writes those, but it's definitely not me. Everything else is written except for the kickers. And, I really didn't read that over too much. And I was reading it before we went live. And I told Gabe, I was like, I don't think I can read that with a straight face. But obviously, I put a lot of things into the kicker that are like things falling out of the sky.
Yeah, it seems like Saturday is just the day where space wants to be crazy.
I know, but you know what else is crazy? Our weather, maybe. I don't know. I'm just trying to come up with a transition for weather. Anyway, how's the weather doing, Gabe?
Well, it's cold right now, but getting colder over the coming days. Whenever we take a look at temperatures, 40 in Tupelo, 36 already in Lafayette and Alcorn County. Whenever we take a look at that 4-day forecast, shows those temperatures trending in the downward direction. Yeah, we're on the roller coaster of temperatures, Jake, so I hope you have your seatbelt on. 35 Sunday, 32 Monday and Tuesday afternoon, and low temperatures, we're talking about the teens. So bundle up, and I'll give permission for 3 or 4 layers. I think that's deserved.
Okay. All right. Well,
not for you because you're sweating in the studio.
Okay, that's enough. Anyway, thanks for joining us for WTVA 9 at 10. We'll see you back here tomorrow evening with Avery Hilliard. Have a great night.